clarity, how he needs to panic, when he needs to petrify, and when you really understand the game like that, you can be really good at Lucy, and that's why we see Clarity having a lot of success.
Well, it is coming in slow, and we will have map 3 ready to go very shortly. Both teams looking for that series advantage map, and into the draft we go. So these first bands coming in hot. Where are they going to go?
All right, it is the Rook. They think the Rook is a bigger deal than the Varesh. I wonder if DOLOS play the Varesh without the Rook, or I wonder if those two are just like, they go together so well that you need to have them both. The older pick is something that now comes to mind for DOLOS as well, since Your Nightmare's Rook is banned out. Your Nightmare's Older is something they played a lot in the regular season, and it looked very good. The double support by DOLOS, they were the ones that made you stop saying you can't win with it. Yeah, so they're very good at it, and that's something now Team Hype has to worry about.
Well, I'm interested in what these first picks will be. Maybe they pick right, DOLOS picks right into Varesh, or they go another route. We will see. And so it's Thorn, back 1 and 2 for Thorn.
This is a throwback to Season 1. Team Hyped were very, very good with the Thorn in Season 1. Both Lumi and Ivar both played it with a similar style. Lumi did a great job with the EX spaces, ensuring that his allies were never in situations where they would get burst down, akin to we saw Rare Peep doing yesterday. Rare Peep was using his EX space to ensure that, like...
keep his team out of harm's way.
Exactly. If you ever find yourself in a situation where your teammate is getting comboed right next to you, you call the Uber and you get him out.
You call the Uber.
You call the Uber and you get him out.
Call the Uber Tree Edition, brought to you by Thorn.
By Thorn. So that's something that we will likely see now. I wonder, you know what we haven't seen in a long time? Taya. We used to see Team Hyped pair Thorn with Taya quite often.
She's just not that good.
Yeah, she's just not in a... She doesn't do as much damage, and she's not as safe as she used to be, so it's unlikely we will see that, but it is still a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, these next picks, really interested to see which way they go, because it could go either, it could go a whole bunch of different directions. Iva way. Well, maybe we get an Iva. No, well, we get the Blossom and a Varesh, but it's on the side of Team Hype this time that pick up Varesh and Blossom for DOLOS. So Blossom and Thorn together, they tend to not get paired together too often. I don't think I see Blossom and Thorn that often, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. Anyways,
we're seeing so much Blossom in Europe.
We are.
It's actually pretty surprising. This was something that happened in Season 1 too. DOLOS and as well as Gatekeepers, they really liked Blossom back in the day.
Yeah.
Not as much in North America. I know South America also really likes Blossom. So it's cool to see the differences between regions. I wonder if we see an older out of Team Hyped here. I really like Quicksand and against both the Blossom and the Thorn. Also the older ultimate pretty good against both of those characters because they can't really get away. They only have like Burrow and Hop. It's the one iframe thing, right?
Yeah.
Of course, Barbed Husk is there and Tree is also there, but you don't really want to burn those on a Quicksand.
Well, the bans are in. They do not want to give Paloma to Team Hyped, and Oldord being banned out by DOLOS.
Yeah, Team Hyped. Oh, no, Team Hyped actually banning out
the
Older. Yeah, so they don't want that double support comp, kind of like we talked about. We generally, when we see the Thorn, we see a... Actually, let's stop talking about that. We have the the Jumong picked, and I really like this for DOLOS. Really good at Jumong is Jurgen. And just this Jumong pick so good at applying pressure to the Lucy, which Lucy does not want. Lucy wants to be able to sit back safely out of range and just not have anyone harass her. But the Jumong, the Rain of Arrows, the M1s just deal so much damage to the Lucy. Also good against the Varesh for the reasons we talked about earlier, just the counter not doing anything against the Rain of Arrows trap. So very good pick. And I always just really like watching Jurgen's Jumong.
Yeah, Jurgen has a sick Jumong. He rocked Varesh for a little while, but that is over and done with. So these are our picks. And who do you like here out of the draft?
I think I like DOLOS, but I don't think I like them by that much. I like the Jumong pick quite a lot, especially knowing that it's Jurgen on the Jumong. But I think Team Hype still has all of the tools in their belt needed to take down the comp DOLOS have.
All right, well. We're going to be getting into this match real shortly, but before that happens, I got to tell you something.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now is that Team Hype's going to win this game.
You think so?
I think so. I like Thorn, I like Varesh, and I like Lucy for all the reasons that you had stated, and it's just going to be fun.
I should say less. I feel like I just say all the points. I got to give you some more ground too, buddy.
It's all right.
How do you do it with me? I just soak up so much talking points that you just have none left. It's unlucky.
No, it's okay.
Unlucky.
You can take it all up all you want. It's okay with me. I will just throw things out and make it sound cool.
Cool.
Hopefully I do that.
You do that. You definitely do that.
Excellent.
Blackstone Arena Day is our map. Very good map for the Jumong. Wide open spaces. In the same way, it's pretty good for the Lucy. She has a lot of places to just run back. Won't get trapped in too many corridors unless she finds herself up top, which is not desirable. But we will see how all of that goes.
I just want you guys to know that we have a thing called a cough button. Joe uses it as his burp button, and you probably heard it through my mic because I heard it in my ears, and I'm not supposed to hear that in my ears. So if you heard that, I
love BPL, dude. We're just a bunch of clowns. We're just clowns, dude.
Well, DOLOS already falling right back on. The Barbed Husk is there. Double Rain of Arrows going to do a lot of damage. Oh, on the side of Team HYP, he's in some trouble. He's in a lot of trouble.
Wow.
Stuns all over the place. Just cannot get away from it. It's so much damage. DOLOS doing work.
I like how Your Nightmare uses his EX space there to try to get in onto Lumi. He's now taking a lot of damage for it, though, but DOLOS do get the first orb. Jurgen with a nice flick ensures that Lumi eats a bit more damage, too. Doesn't get to that max recoverable, comfortable point. Things are looking very good for the blue team.
Things are looking good for DOLOS. A lot of energy, though. Everyone almost at full bars right now. Deadroot's coming out, getting a lot of damage onto Jurgen. He's forced out onto it, but Jurgen sitting back, looking for this orb. Does push it back, gets the confirm on the orb, and meanwhile, getting a lot of damage. Another Deadroot's coming out, getting huge damage onto Lucy, and he's dead. And there's a Thorn v Thorn with no health left on the backside. Varesh got annihilated, and DOLOS, that was easy come, easy go.
Welcome to Lucy. You use your ultimate, and then immediately after, everybody goes on you.
Yeah.
The Lucy just gets that Deadroots dumped onto her and dies as a result when she uses that goo, because there's no roll. There's no roll, there's no barrier, and you have no other way to getting out of that Deadroots. Really nice play there from Your Nightmare to secure that kill on the healer of Team HYP3D.
You said it.
I said it.
You said it. So this next game, just the pan through, and that Scorpion looks very deadly. Don't ever touch that Scorpion.
Scorpions are scary.
I mean, Scorpions are scary. They're poison. Poison hurts.
I don't like poison.
Well, don't touch a Scorpion. Early game, looking like it wants, or excuse me, what's his face? Ivar.
The dude
wants to get in on some of that action, cannot find it. Barbed Husk actually not going to get a lot of value for Your Nightmare, and he is going to try to aggress here. DOLOS does get that first orb.
Yeah, DOLOS get the first orb, and now Your Nightmare has the Deadroots. He tries to get it off, but the attacking root says no. He's now going to return his own to the enemy team. Oh, over the wall, Your Nightmare, so aggressive.
He wants to go in on this, and sitting on the Dragon Slayer is Jurgen. He has that available. Dance of the Dryad already popped, and he pulls him back. Huge Deadroots. Not Deadroots. Wrong ultimate. It was the powers combined, but he goes down anyway, and DOLOS get an early kill. Look really strong. Deadroots coming in, trying to pull him away, but for Team HYP, it's a struggle.
Man, DOLOS bodied Ivar there. The flick of the wrist from Jurgen to get that ultimate onto Ivar, and then he had to recast the ultimate, and he took even more damage in that instance. Very unfortunate circumstance for the Varesh on Team HYP.
Going down, Mini. No options for him and no health left. They're going to get that orb as well. DOLOS looked good in these first 2 rounds.
Yeah, DOLOS going to secure that orb, and with it likely the rounds, as Mini has no HP to work with. Lumi on 72, he's got no ulti, he's going to eat the Deadroots of the opposing Thorn, and now DOLOS up 2-0 in very, very dominant rounds.
Yeah, not even close for Team HYP at all, and they're really struggling to find, I mean, getting blown up is Ivar right away.
Yeah.
He's not finding any kind of room, and he's just getting pulled in. He'll Barbed Husk, and everyone's like, okay, we're just going to gather around, kumbaya around the Barbed Husk until it goes away, and then he just loses all of his health. So it's been a struggle for him in these first 2 rounds. We'll see if Team HYP can adjust and figure out how to get by this assault.
We'll see. This Jumong is just creating a lot of problems. The Rain of Arrows have been very good from Jurgen. He's always getting quite a lot of damage. He's also securing the orbs for DOLOS. Just very, very good play overall. It's really showing why they drafted this character.
Already you see Team HYP playing a little more defensive. Ivar not immediately rushing in. Double Rain of Arrows going to get a little bit of damage out onto Ivar. I keep calling Thorn Ivar. I am sorry. I'm used to Ivar being on Rygon. Lumi.
Oh, Dragon Slayer.
Nice. Oh, double stun on the Dragon Slayer. Big damage. Dance of the Dryads came out. Got entangled, but not before it did a lot of damage on the 2 ticks. The shield comes out, but it doesn't matter. It gets annihilated. Not enough value for it. Lumi is gone. Deadroot's coming in, and Team HYP is getting destroyed.
Dude, okay, so I think it was, in fact, the Jumong that was being banned out for Team HYP early on, or for DOLOS early on. Team HYP did not want to play against this Jumong, and it makes complete sense now. Jurgen is dominating this round. That double Dragon Slayer setting up the easiest round of DOLOS' life, and things are just clicking. This is what DOLOS look like. This is what I expected going into this match, and now that they've been given this Jumong, I don't think they'll be given it again if this game continues to go like this.
Yeah, it is just not looking good for Team HYP right now. They try to play a little bit more defensive. That that time. It didn't work out for them. They still got bodied. Lumi is not getting any sort of luck or any sort of movement, anything. Lumi's just not getting anything.
Yeah, Lumi's just not getting it.
Yeah, he ain't getting it.
Yeah, nothing for him. Jurgen, he's getting a lot of it right now, though. A lot of damage coming onto him from Lumi. The Hand of Judgment, too, he's got nothing left. The Barbed Husk tries to help him out, but this is still not looking very good, Jorby.
They do turn it right back onto Lumi, and now trying to cause a lot of havoc there. Dance of the Triads is going to get a lot of damage out on to Lumi, so Lumi did end up taking a lot of damage at the end. Jurgen playing back. He doesn't have a lot of health to work with, but on the backside as well, Ivar's taking good damage on Varesh.
See your Nightmare here? He's just posted up in the middle of all three. He's like, whatever.
Oh, what a dead roots.
Yeah, he's going to take a lot of damage here, though. He's mega dead.
Oh,
Mini, though, actually goes down, and they don't get the trade on your Nightmare. The burrow came up just in time, but after the burrow, he does go down. 2v2 situation here, and the HP pools are relatively even. I feel pretty good about the chances of the blue team here.
But they don't get the orb. Yeah, they needed that orb. The dead roots not going to get any value, but it does separate both, Jurgen.
Taking a lot of damage here. Oh, the Rain of Arrows doing so much. This pick just makes complete sense. The Jumong doing so much work against the counter character as well as Lumi's Thorn. Lumi's Thorn not wanting to move around that much, and right after the burrow, he's just constantly eating the Rain of Arrows. Here we see it again. DOLOS, they are going to secure their first orb of the round, and they're now up 30% in terms of HP. This is over, dude.
Yeah, it absolutely is over. And just trying to force something. Clerney has that Dance of the Triads to finish it off. The Barbed Husk is down. Just takes one more hit. The Inhibitor's Guard's now going to be down for him. It is not going to be enough. He will go down, and DOLOS is taking an easy game number 3 right now.
Yeah, I guess you got to ban out the Jumong. Jurgen's just doing too much work, dude.
It's ridiculous.
These openers are so strong from DOLOS. It's like Jurgen is doing so much that even in the rounds where, like this round, it didn't look good for him, but what that meant is that your Nightmare was free to do whatever he wanted because both Lumi and Ivar were focusing on Jurgen.
Yeah.
Because the Jumong's that big a deal. You got to tunnel him with 2 characters if you want to get him down early, and then it didn't work out, and like he can play so far back from so low HP that it's like almost okay that he's low, and that's what we saw for the second half of that round. Even though Jurgen was low, he just still laid down the Rain of Arrows, the M1s, the M2s, and had a huge impact on his team's performance, and he ended up helping kill Mini up top. So even with a bad start, the Jumong's still looking incredibly good.
Yeah, and I was going to say, there was a good first half from Lumi.
Yeah.
Lumi had a really good first half, just wasn't able to finish, so if he can find a way to be consistent throughout the match, they can get back into this, but it is going to be a tall order right now. DOLOS firing on all cylinders, already getting some early damage out. Your Nightmare already popped the Barbed Husk, going to stay in, get some damage off against Lumi. Lumi trying to get back, maybe getting a little too aggressive is Your Nightmare. He's taking a lot of damage here, but he doesn't tangle Varesh. Varesh already popped the Inhibitor's Guard. The shield coming in from Lucy as well. The Dead Roots is going to separate him from the team. And a huge ult, big damage at Dead Roots in return, but it's not going to get nearly as much value.
This is a 5-0, it's looking like. DOLOS' start has been very good, though. They might be able to find a kill. The Dragon Slayer comes out, but both the Inhibitor's Guard and the barrier used onto the Red Thorn. Lumi, he makes it away so far, and now actually in a scary situation is Your Nightmare, but he gets those green shards down bottom.
He does get the green shards, and they get the orb as well. DOLOS right now, they will not be stopped in map number 3. They are just going to push forward here. Not a lot of health. The Entangle going to push him back even further. The ult going to hit on to Ivar, but not going to get the double stun fun.
Next orb is in 4, and I can't help but feel like DOLOS are going to back up and just take it for free.
That's exactly what they're doing.
The Black Arrow dodges that shatter from the Varesh. The ultimate comes out, and they might be able to find something here. This is their moment. They need a kill onto Your Nightmare here, but it's not looking like they're going to get it.
They needed that orb. Yeah. He needed all that powers combined to get it. He was not going to, and we are sitting on a Lucy Goo. The Lucy Goo gets thrown, and right there, Varesh goes down. Does not matter. Barbed Husk going to save him. Thorn goes down, then to get the trade.
This is still looking very good, though, for DOLOS. They have 20% more HP to work with, and Jurgen's in a position to get these green shards, but it might not matter if they find a kill on Clerney. Clerney's getting incredibly low here. The Barbed Husk is going to protect Lumi, and the hop is finally available. The Blossom makes it out to safety, and in what could have been a game-changing moment for Team HYP, DOLOS stabilized.
DOLOS do stabilize. That was a scary moment, and he almost got pulled right back in to Lumi's face. Getting this next orb, if Team HYP can somehow get to it, but they're not going to. Oh no, they do get it.
No, DOLOS get it.
Oh, DOLOS did get it. Okay, all right. So they don't get the orb, and that's just more energy, more health on the side of DOLOS. About to go down is Lumi. Clerney fighting against him. If he can find some damage onto Clerney, this still is possible. The Dead Roots is not going to get the value he wants out of it. He just kind of stopped after he stood up there, and he's like, I whiff.
Yeah, very unfortunate there. And the ulti from the Jumong is going to land from Jurgen onto Mini. I'm saying it with a Swedish accent like that. Jurgen Jumong. Yep, and now Mini's all that's left. 16 HP, 5-0. Jurgen's Jumong's just too good, dude.
We haven't had a single 5-0 today. That was our first one.
Yeah. It was just a slaughter, dude.
This is, I think, what you expected at the beginning.
Yeah, definitely.
And DOLOS seemed to have figured it out, had a really good draft, and just really bullied. The Thorn did not work for Lumi that game. He just got bullied out of everything he tried to do, and there was no front line because of it. And after that, Jurgen did so much damage on